What is up, YouTube? That's here today. I'm back playing more Pokemon VGC 2023 content made exclusively for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. We are still playing Series 1 with this team, but I wanted to feature this team one last time. A few of you guys might remember I actually featured this team almost a month ago, and this is a hard Trick Room team that features Hatterene, Clodsire, Serena. It's a little bit different from how a lot of people like to play Trick Room. A lot of people like to play Trick Room with like Inity Female, Armarouge, Fargiraf, Oranguru. I think those teams are good, but they have a lot of glaring weaknesses that make them really easy to counter, and I feel that this is the best way to play hard Trick Room. You have redirection with like Dark, Terra, potential redirectors so they can't get prankster taunted or anything weird like that. You have a little bit of Pop Bomb. You have Feint, which is huge that none of those teams ever have Feint, and Feint's why this sort of core works with all this AoE damage. You also have the After You to be able to avoid those Imprison Trick Room mons and avoid other mons that would normally be able to give you problems. You know, on a lot of Sunroom teams, what you like to see is a lot of like After You on like Lilligants or other things to be able to help enable their teammates. This team plays the same way with Mousehold. Hatterene is the most underrated Trick Room setter in the format. It's different from Fargiraf. You can't just Spore it, you can't just taunt it. There's so many things you can't do against it, and if you pair it with a redirection mon, they have to hit the Mousehold first, Mousehold goes down. Even if they hit Hatterene with a super big like Steel or Poison or whatever Terra attack, we have a Sash, so we're still going to get Trick Room up, and that opens up a spot for us to bring out Torkoal or Clodsire or anything like that. They have to do all this while still respecting our potential for, you know, blocking priority moves with Serena. So this is a really cool team, and I think it's probably the best hard Trick Room team in Series 1. I want to ask you guys the question of the day. Where do you guys normally go to get your rental codes, or do you even like using rental teams? Are there any YouTubers you really like looking at? Are there any other Twitter accounts? Are there any other websites you guys go to find rental codes? Let me know in the comments below. On my Patreon, and in specifically the Patreon tab of my Discord, I like to host as many really cool rentals I have as possible. Remember, every single month on Patreon, we like to host like a team fixing thing that we get, you know, anywhere between 50 to 100 different rental teams submitted, and we have a ton of rental teams on Patreon, and this team is no exception. This team is one that I made in a one-on-one coaching session with one of my Patreon, Sejuani's Flail, and it was basically a hard Trick Room team from my own perspective that I built from scratch to feature one of their favorite Pokemon, Clodsire. So if you guys want to use more rentals, you want to use rentals that I've built or rentals that I've influenced or fixed or had any sort of impact on, think about checking out the Patreon. Even the lowest tier gets access to all my posts. I've been posting pretty much daily this month and last month, and I've just been working really hard on that Patreon, and I would really like it if people at least checked it out. Let me know if it was like easy to understand, not easy to understand. We're just trying to optimize the Patreon just a little bit, so any sort of feedback in that department helps. Other than that, let's go play some games. I haven't played this team in like a month, but it still should be absolutely broken on paper. So let's go hop into it. Wish me luck. Here we go. Standard team in the first game. Goldango, Murkrow, Hydreigon. Like, it really doesn't get much more standard with that. I really like that this team has like the double Dragon Core, but also a double Redirection Core. I'm always a huge fan of saying like you should double up on your strengths and the things that help you cover up for your weaknesses. So, for example, if I had a Mon that just absolutely dumpstered Amoonguss like I do with this Hatterene, Hatterene doesn't have as good of a matchup versus Mousehold, so it's really cool that if they really needed something like redirection, they could go with multiple different mons. Stuff that works versus Mousehold doesn't work versus Amoonguss, stuff that works versus Amoonguss doesn't work as well against Mousehold and vice versa, so really cool stuff. That being said, unless that's an Iron Ball Amoonguss, we're going to take this guy, we're going to mess him up. We're going to mess him up. Let's see, I think probably Bronzong might be a better setter than Hatterene in this situation, just because it would be easier to set, to be easier versus Goldango. That's basically it. That's the long and short of it. We can also just lead Mousehold and go like after you into a Trick Room and just get it up, lose that. That might not be a bad idea. Ooh, I don't hate that. Let's try it. And then we'll bring Clodsire, I think. Clodsire is just such a cool mon. I think it's such a cool mon. I think the Fire Tear on Clodsire is also very nice. Now, normally a lot of people are going to see this team and they're going to be like, what? You lead Mousehold Hat versus Goldango? That is not the sauce. And it is the sauce as long as they're not tailwinding on the first turn, which realistically they should not be tailwinding on the first turn versus Mousehold Hatterene, just because you wouldn't need a tailwind to outspeed Hat. You'd probably going like Taunt or Foul Play. Mousehold Amoonguss, on the other hand, is absolutely positively fine. We can just go Follow Me, lose our Mousehold. We can even Terra here into Terra Ghost if we really wanted to. I don't hate that. play. But I'd rather actually get the follow me. Like, it'd be nice to lose the mouse hold here. That's actually really, really good for me. So we're just going to go for the follow me. We're going to lose this guy, set our Trick Room, and be in a very, very good spot. Unless that's Iron Ball Amoongus, which it might be, it might not be. But yeah, it's better to actually lose a Mon and then immediately have Torkoal active. That's so, so, so important. And if for some reason they want to do something different, that's completely fine too. So let's see what they're going to be doing here. Hopefully they're not like sub or something weird. Population Bomb, absolutely fine. Now, I want to say, one of the reasons why this team works is because we're using a Sash Hatterene, which means even if that Amoongus goes for like a super crit Sludge Bomb or something, we're still going to get our Trick Room up. So really, really good stuff. Foddering our Mouse Hold here. We could have also went like Population Bomb with Mouse Hold and went for like a Ghost Terra, but I didn't really want to. Spore does not work here because we have Magic Bouncers. One of the reasons why Hatterene is such a good Mon in this situation. So Trick Room will go up. Now, like I said, they could still be Iron Ball Amoongus, which would be, not gonna lie, kind of lame. Other than that, though, we should be able to get the big win here just clicking like D-Gleam Eruption. We don't even actually have to Terra yet either. We could Terra, but we don't technically have to yet. So yep, we can just click the Eruption. I don't want to have to do it unless I actually have to, because I want to actually save the Hatterene to be able to Terra if I need to versus like Goldango or something. And we have a Ghost Terra. It's maybe not versus Goldango. It would be versus Mousehold, but like we'll see. Dazzling is gonna be fine. This is gonna be breaking Sashes on either of those guys. There's the Protect Amoongus. Cool. It's another reason why we didn't have to Terra yet. Awesome, awesome. So Mousehold's gonna go down and they're gonna try and regain board state. Oh, double Protect. Awesome. So in this case scenario, I will probably pull the trigger and go for the absolutely massive Eruption here. Because if they're switching out either of those Mons to not get KO'd, they're gonna come in with something like Garchomp and get destroyed. You know what? Actually, I don't have to Terra. I don't have to because we're going for Dazzling. Like, this is perfect coverage here. If you switch in Goldango, Murkrow, Garchomp, Hydreigon, any of the Mons that you have left on that team, they're all going to get KO'd by this. You're going to have to be going for, like, Double Protects or Iron Ball Tech. All your Mons get KO'd by this. So, yep, Eruption. And we just save our Fire Terra for Clodsire in the back. We need it. Good, so good stuff. And we're going to be going to the races. I wonder if they're going to double protect or they're just going to lose both their Mons. And the reason why we have to go for 2 AoE attacks like this is just in case either of them is sashed. I think the Mousehold's probably a wide lens, but the Amoongus could definitely be sashed on this team. And that would just suck to fight against. We know it's not a room service Amoongus. It could still be Iron Ball. And they could go for a Spore on our Torkoal and that'd be really, really lame. They go for the double protect. Is it a double protect? Are you really like that guy? And you actually get one. That's so annoying. But remember what I talked about. We don't have to Terra yet. Imagine if like they wait out our Trick Room because like next turn, well the Protect will fail next turn, but like imagine if someone they waited out and then they come back out with this Mousehold to like check our Hatterene and we just Ghost Terra to like make sure we don't get KO'd. That'd be so nice. So anyways, they're going for, like if you can ever get your opponent to start going for double protects on the 3rd turn of the game, you know you're in a good spot. So it's a really, really low % chance for that to happen, but it's okay. And what are they really going to do versus Torkoal? Torkoal and Hat. It's just perfect coverage. There's not really that many Mons can ever do anything about this because if you're Garchomp, right, if he stays like a Garchomp, yes, he resists the Eruption, but he takes humongous damage from the Dazzling Gleam. And if they want to go Steel Terra, well, you get killed by the Eruption. If you want to go with Fire Terra, that would be your best if you had Fire Terra on your Garchomp, but that's something I highly doubt. There's 2 turns left in my Trick Room. I still have my Sash. I'm going to do the exact same thing. Erupt. We don't need a Terra yet. And just Dazzling Gleam. Just to make sure Garchomp's going to protect. So if the Garchomp hits a double protect, this might get a little dicey. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It might get just a tad dicey if he hits that double protect. But we should be able to get the Mousehold off the board. And the last Mon will be something that's most likely protecting. So let's see what it is. Let's see. Dazzling Gleam didn't even need it. Hydreigon, it could be Poison. It could be Steel. I don't know if you'd bring Hydreigon in this matchup, though. It's probably Goldango. Yeah, there's the Goldango. Goldangos can Terra Flying. Now, the cool thing is this kind of stops them from clicking EQ against us unless they Terra the Goldango. So, again, I think in the situation now that we don't necessarily have to do anything weird, sort of block Population Bomb, sorry, I think we can Terra Fire here and just go big damage there. Realistically, Terra Fire wouldn't be doing Clodsire that many favors either. I think the big Dazzling Gleam, just to make sure that we can one-shot this Garchomp, unless they hit double protect, is the play. That's my truth here, because Clodsire would be able to low-key check Goldango if they don't Terra. And if they do Terra something like Flying, we have Rock Slide. So I think we're good to just Terra this Torkoal, and there's not that much they can realistically do about it. But I like that we were this patient with it. Like, I love playing hard Trick Room, and this is more hard Trick Room than a Sunroom. A Sunroom team, the difference between these two cores, for those of you that have heard these terms before, Sunroom technically has, like, a chlorophyll on in it. This one is just straight hard Trick Room. You get up Trick Room on the first turn every single game in some way, and then you try and win before that Trick Room is over. Who's protecting? Now, if this Garchomp goes Ground Terra, we're still fine. Like, this Eruption will absolutely destroy it. So this is telling me he is the Fire Terra Garchomp, the one true Fire Terra Garchomp. You still might die, but like that's freaking clean. I respect you, my guy. Goldango's obviously protecting. They're gonna go Earthquake here. Bro, I cannot even believe that this is my life right now. The truth Fire Terra Garchomp. Wow. You still might die though. You still might. I should have just Psychicked it. I really just should have. Oh my gosh, that damage. Can Hatterene close this out with a resisted Dazzling Gleam? Survey says, please. Oh yeah, dude. See, the value. They even had the perfect check. But waiting, just waiting to terrestrialize that Torkoal till the last possible second is the value there. Yes, this is going to let them get up. This is letting them hit us, right? We're just going to go for one more Eruption. They're probably going to do massive damage to the slot, and we're going to go for a Trick Room back, because we're going to Trick Room again. And that way, this is going to guarantee that Clodsire would be able to win the game. They're going to hit the hat to stop Trick Room, but we're sashed anyways. So, like, they were probably expecting our Torkoal to protect, and then Hatterene to go for, like, a Trick Room or something, and they thought they'd get the KO, but it's always safer to reapply your speed control right back, and, yeah, dude, this Torkoal is just such a bully, man. Such a bully, dude. We take those wins all the way to the bank, man. Fire Terra Garchomp. The world is not ready. The world's not ready for that. Okay, really, really cool stuff. Armarouge is one of the mons that can give us a lot of problems. I think also Meowscarada can Trick Room our Trick Rooms, or they can just be really, really big bullies versus any sort of like Mousehold tech that we want to use. I do like Clodsire versus a lot of these though, and I do also really think that like Mousehold can be good here because of the feint being able to break big wide guards. So again, we could totally do like Mousehold, Hatterene. You still do want to bring Torkoal in my opinion, and then I would bring Clodsire just like we did in the last one. But this one can get a little bit dicier. If they want to go with Meowscarada Goldango, it can get slightly dicey. If they want to go with like Tauros Baxcalibur, I'd be thinking that's going to be Water Terra Baxcalibur, and they may think that that's fine. But if they like make themselves Water Terra Baxcalibur, they're going to be able to be taking big damage from Earth Powers on that Armarouge slot. If they're not able to go Grass Terra on Armarouge, they're going to have problems. They might also be using that Armarouge as well as like a Trick Room on. So I have to really, really respect our multiple Trick Room setters. A lot of people that play hard Trick Room like to think that like you get the hard Trick Room up, you get the Trick Room up on the first turn, and you're absolutely good. It's like, no, the way to actually make a hard Trick Room team work is to get that Trick Room up and then deny them from Trick Rooming your Trick Room back over the next 3 or 4 turns of the game. So let's see what they're going to do. This team definitely can give us problems. Goldango, Meowscarada, like I said, Water Terra, Baxcalibur, Armarouge. They probably think they're fine having Armarouge in this team, and that's just not true. So we see the Goldango. I actually think there's a few really, really cool things that we can do versus Goldango specifically. Let's actually think about this. We can just soak the Make It Rain, first of all, on the hat slot. We can just soak it, and there's nothing they can actually do against it unless they doubled up into me. I think what we might do is just go with the Pop Bomb into the Amoonguss, try and speed up the game. Actually, I think that we could technically do it like... I think that we can... Or go Dark Terra. That's not bad. That's a good Terra still. I'll go for the Pop Bomb on the Amoonguss and just try and Trick Room. I think this could work. If I were to KO that Amoonguss, that would be absolutely cool, but I don't think that we do. But I think what they're doing is... Yeah, this is totally, totally fine. If I KO that Amoonguss, by the way, this would be great. 3, 4... I think there is still a chance to miss this. No Citrus. No Pinch. Oh, Pinch. What a good player award over here. If we were to get that Amoonguss off the board and get a KO on the first turn while setting up Trick Room, we would have been absolutely fine to win this. You can totally make it rain. It's not the end of the world. You have to be doubling up into me with like Clear Smog and Make It Rain to actually get something here. But just like... You don't even actually get the KO on my household. Wow. Wow, I didn't even know that was possible. That's not that strong of a Goldango. I wonder what its item is. Spore, yeah, go for it. Like, absolutely, positively fine. We're going to be able to get that Amoonguss off the board next turn. We should be able to underspeed it. We already know that it's not Iron Ball, right? So I think in this situation, we actually just switch out that guy for Torkoal, the Maushold for Torkoal, go for a Psychic, because like this guy's hot garbage. And I think you Psychic. I don't think you need to go for Dazzling Gleam, but like realistically, all those Pokemon take massive damage from D-Gleam. This is fine. Because if you KO here, I'm able to use my Clodsire and Torkoal at the same time, and that's amazing. I would love to catch something here with the D-Gleam. Show me something good. Tauros with that D-Gleam? Yes, please. That's going to be way too much damage. And Torkoal's going to be coming in as well. Great stuff. I also want to say that Gholdengo wasn't very strong. So, like, you could totally click Make It Rain again and go into my Torkoal slot, but it shouldn't really, like, do more than a third, I would say, tops. Tauros is going to take a lot of damage from this D-Gleam, by the way. And then you're going to go for a Aqua Jet into my hat, probably. And what I'm going to do is probably just pivot that out for my Clodsire and get the exact board state that I want. Make it rain. Okay, cool. I'll just bring Clod right in right away. Awesome. That's great. So you're -2 here. And we're good. This looks absolutely fine. So Clodsire is actually an amazing, amazing mon in this situation because it makes it you can't switch in that. You cannot switch in the... What is it? The Armarouge as easily. What I actually think we're going to do here... Rock Slide would KO that Tauros unintimidated. I kind of want to Earth Power the Gholdengo. That's where I'm kind of looking here. Because I know you have an Amoonguss, but like I don't know how much I care. I think we can just Earth Power your Gholdengo and just Rock Slide. I think that's actually a pretty decent play. We don't need to do anything spectacular here. Rock Slide should be able to still KO that Tauros because it would be single target. Let's go. Show me the switch in for Armarouge. Amoonguss, no way! You were just gonna fodder that thing? I mean, that's fine. You still, I think, lose it if I hit my Rock Slide. All right, cool. Protect. Nothing wrong with that. I can't believe they didn't switch in Armarouge. Like, what? Do they not have it? Earth Power's big damage here, by the way. Big damage. And a Spit F drop. Not bad, not bad. I'd like to still get the KO on this Amoonguss. It looks really, really bulky on the special defense side. And... Oh, of course. Never lucky, yo. That sucks. That's really bad. Earth Power's fine. Gotta click that Rock Slide again. Gotta be able to catch this Armarouge on the pivot, I think. That's the hard part. Can't believe they didn't switch an Armarouge if they had it. That was just a free KO of that Amoonguss. Wow. And now Amoonguss is going to be able to weave and protect and just make this game last a lot longer than I really want it to. Good thing is I haven't shown my Terra yet. Cool, they're just going to potentially fodder here. So Amoonguss goes down. And I'd like to get the KO here, but I don't know if I can. That's bad. That's not good at all. CC, oh my gosh, so much damage. Alright, so we know though that this guy's within range for any attack now though, so that's good. But he is going to be able to wait out our Trick Room, which might be a little bit dicey. Let's see what's coming in. We have the Terra Fire with our Clodsire if we need it, which is actually super sick. So let's see if it's Armarouge or Gholdengo. Meowscarlet, cool, they don't have it. Awesome, this is great. I love this for us. That's probably sashed. So we're actually just going to click the Earth Power. We're going to double respect that slot and go for like a Terra Blast in that same slot. It's a lot more common for the Meowscarlet to not have Protect than Tauros because the Tauros has already shown that it has it. So we're going to go for the Earth Power. We're going to double dip into that slot, try and get its Sash off the board. And then they have like Gholdengo and Tauros versus both these guys. Not going to be as hot as they think. And Maushold still hasn't even used its Sleep turn, so Maushold's basically useless, but it lets it stick on the board. There's the Protect on the Tauros. If Meowscarlet has Protect, it has Protect. It's like, it is what it is, you know? Yep, Sucker Punch, cool. Not gonna get the KO, cool. And do you take Orb damage? No, so that means it probably was sashed. And it's gonna get dumpstered out here. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Dude, that's so sick. And we don't know anything about the Gholdengo. I don't think that it's choice specs because it was really weak. It might be... I don't think it's Scarfed either. And it doesn't really have as many defensive options. It switched after like Trick Room was up, right? So it switched away from damage. So I don't really know what I'm going to do. I think the right play is to double into this Tauros. Or at the very least, like... Is there an issue with clicking Earthquake here? I don't think that there is. You haven't Terra'd yet. what if I went like pivot in here? This lets me reset, click overheat if I want, and click earthquake. Like, we still have one more turn on, or no more turns on Trick Room, right? Yeah, Trick Room's over. Yeah, I think it's a good idea to actually do it just like this, and just click the EQ. This would KO the Tauros, it would potentially KO the Goldango, and I think this is fine. We're just foddering this slot. Power Gem. Ow! Oh! Yeah, we're thick though. Policy! Clodsire! Dude, what are you using over there? Are you close combating me? Maybe? I don't think he takes me out. I think we're too bulky on the defensive side. Oh, you didn't even go to that slot, bro! Dude, you thought we were... Dude, you're so freaking gone, bro. This guy played really weird. I can't believe we didn't bring Armor Rouge. Targeted weird slots led... I would say suboptimally. With like Goldango, Amoongush just doesn't cut it versus hard Trick Room. It doesn't like have enough board pressure to be a bully. And I just think that that's in case like a lot of people just aren't really familiar with how Hatterene works as a setter. A lot of people are used to like Inities as a setter, Armor Rouge as a setter, a bunch of other Trick Room setters like Oranguru and Fargiraf, but people are just not really ready for Hatterene as a Trick Room setter just yet. Gargarnacle can sometimes be an issue for this team just because it gets the wide guard. So this is a good example of a situation where you might want to sometimes go Serena. Serena can be pretty good here. Serena can also like come in and make it so they can't use Talonflame, they can't use Masquerada as easily. I don't hate leading with Serena, but I think I want to go Serena Hat. I think that's probably the right play. You can pop U-turns if you want. You can do basically whatever you want. Bring in a mix of those two. And then I'm not a big fan of Clodsire versus Rotom as much as like, let's see, we can redirect that Gargarnacle like all day if we have to. Like if you want to go for Salt Cures and stuff like that, like we can just redirect you with, I think a mid-game mouse hold, being able to also feint things or even use like come out after a Trick Room is over could be very, very good. You can also use a redirection to like reset Trick Room if you have to. I think this is a unique way to play this team that experiments just a little bit more outside of the I need to get up Trick Room immediately hard Trick Room box. They can actually still be really, really good. So let's see how this one works. Garchomp can be a little bit dicey. Some of these Pokemon are going to be hard to deal with, but we can always Weave and Protects. We can hard switch in a bunch of stuff. We can always protect Hatterene, U-turn, bring in the mouse and go for a redirection Trick Room. But do you see the value in this right here? Like, what does that board do to Serena? What do? You're going to click Flare Blitz into one? Like, then you would let me get a Trick Room. So I think this is actually like a really, really good play for me here. We're just going to U-turn into Masquerada, I think, and just go for Trick Room. We could probably even go for Protect here, but I think this is the right play. You have to double into my hat, and if you're doubling into my hat, you can't do it with a priority move. So it's like, this is a good situation to be in, I think. We could even go Terra here to make it so if you wanted to knock off into my hat, it would do, well, actually, sorry, not Terra. We're Ghost Terra. I thought we were Dark Terra for a sec, but we're in a good spot. Wisp is absolutely fine. So Trick Room's up. Trick Room's up, and we have either Mouse Hold or Torkoal immediately coming in this board. Knockoff's absolutely fine. Like, doesn't even show that we were Sash other than the fact that we knocked it off. So that's Sash over there. Awesome. So I think realistically we could come in with Mouse Hold here. You totally come in with Mouse Hold here. And you just feint that Masquerade and you really speed up this Trick Room. Like a lot. Like a lot. Yep. They might be protecting the Talonflame, but this is still a good play. We actually underspeed that Talonflame next turn as well. So we're going to click Psychic into Talonflame, which would get the KO probably. And the feint here into the Masquerada. Very, very good stuff. If the Talon wants to protect, be my guest. We know that we're getting a guaranteed KO this turn unless they switch. Which, like, there's nothing wrong with them switching here either. I wouldn't be surprised to see that Talonflame pivot out for Garchomp to block a Pop Bomb. That's what I would think from them. And their Masquerada, okay, they're just staying in. They weren't even protecting. They probably just knew. And the Talonflame's not protecting, which is very surprising. It could be Brave Birding here, which is also fine. Yep, Brave Bird's totally fine. This is absolutely still fine. We have Torkoal coming out, and the whole point of this setup was to get up the Trick Room and have a board that was Mouse Hold Torkoal, so we can weave in feints to be able to break the Gargarnacle from going for those absolutely massive wide guards. We feint the teammate, or we just redirect and just click moves into the Gargarnacle. So we're in a good spot here, I think. I think we are. And the Talonflame doesn't have Gale Wings anymore either. So we could even, depends on what they send out, but like we can actually just pop bomb the Talonflame. We've already shown Feint, so they shouldn't be protecting either. Garganicle, there it is. It's gonna get dicier than I want it to get, I think. This is gonna get dicier than I want it to get. 3 turns Trick Room. I bet they have Wide Guard. I wish I had Taunt. Let's see. Feint here does it. Like, Feint there does a ton of damage. It has to be just like this, I think. I think you have to do it just like that. I wonder if they're going to Salt Cure me or not. Withdraw Talonflame. Garchomp, maybe? You might die. Rotom. It's probably gone. So Talonflame does not protect. It just doesn't have it. I mean, well, it wouldn't be using it anyways. Let's see. They're dead, right? They're gone. And I want to see if they go Ghost Terra. I don't know if they're going to go Ghost Terra. Like, if they do, though, they take neutral damage from Eruption and they're just gone. If they're clicking Wide Guard, you don't have to hit the one that's using Wide Guard. You can hit its teammate. And that's one of the reasons it's so good. Dude, if you go Ghost Terra, if you don't go anything other than Rock, you're freaking gone. Actually, you can go Fire. Ghost, bro, you are done. You're going to get up one attack, and I'm going to mess you up. So he's going to... No Wide Guard. Go nuts! What are you going to do here, buddy? Like, you just walked into this Eruption. Just walked right up into it. Like, bro! Oh my gosh, dude! Nice Rotom, though. Good job. You got to bury, but that's fine. Like, we have the Feint. Do you see the value this is? Like, Feint speeds this matchup so much. And you can come with your Talonflame, but, like... You ain't got nothing, bro. You ain't got nothing out here. It'd be better, technically, to get the Talonflame off the board. So we actually will Feint the Talonflame, even though the Rotom's probably going to protect. Like, it shouldn't be protecting, but it probably will. Because if we get the Talonflame off the board, Rotom would lose to the Serena. There's still 2 turns left on TR as well. Like, oh my gosh, Feint is just the best freaking move. Feint there. Eruption should still get the KO. Cool. This guy's like, but I'm supposed to be able to protect out Trick Room. Nah, fam. Not today. Not in my house. And if this Trick Room expires, like, we can even after you our Torkoal and just continue sweeping with this mouse hole, dude. It's just so freaking good. This Trick Room team can beat anything. Their battle was canceled, bro. Dude, that's so sick. This team is absolutely amazing. Rain can sometimes be a really hard matchup. Just if they play their Pelipper perfectly, Rain can be a hard matchup. Being able to like pivot in and weave it in, just because it's a lot harder to use Torkoal. It can use Wide Guard against Clodsire if we don't have Feint, and it can be a hard matchup. Garchomp can also make it a little bit harder than I want it to be as well. Let's think about what we want to do here. I realistically think we could go Mousehold Serena, not even set TR at the start, and either go for like Pop Bombs, a mixture of either Pop Bomb and U-turn or Pop Bomb and like, or like an after you play. I'm actually going to try that. We're going to try this. I think that we just one-shot Pelipper with Mousehold Pop Bomb. I actually think that we do. And then I know that we would one-shot the... what is it, the Palafin? I think Palafin's another mon that you really have to get off the board. We should probably just bring Clodsire here, but I don't want to bring Clodsire every game. Clodsire already had its sweep. It already had its time in the sun. Let's use a little bit more Serena, because that mon is also very fun. So let's see. Palafin Pelipper would be... You shouldn't be leading your Pelipper in this matchup. I just want to get that out of the box. You should not lead Pelipper here. You should really, if you're the Rain player in this situation, save your Pelipper until I have to bring up my Torkoal. But... hey, they're making the right plays. They're making absolutely amazing plays here. I like this. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to U-turn. We're going to double into the Amoonguss with Pop Bomb and U-turn, and that should be able to break the Amoonguss. Oh, I forgot we have High Jump Kick here, and you can't redirect me. That's so good. Yeah, I'll do it. Bro, where are you looking? King Gambit? King D's, you better not be a ghost type, bro. Oh, no, no, no! Dude, what are they gonna do? This is why I can't play too many games at once. I always start throwing after a bit. Alright, they're still super effective. It's not 4 times super effective, but they're gonna take a ton of damage here. And I could have just got a Trick Room versus that board. They didn't have, like, anything. You can Rage Powder away the Mousehold, but you can't Rage Powder away my Serena. That's one of the reasons why Serena is so good as a grass type. Sucker Punch. We have Serena on the board. Is Queenly Majesty, bro. We're on ranked. We're, like, top... What is it? I'm probably about, like, 2,000 or 3,000 on ranked. Weird. Weird Sucker Punch. But maybe I thought we were going to search... We just double crit a Pop Bomb. It's like that Cloister game all over again. Citrus is the right item on Amoonguss. I would say Citrus is the correct item choice here. And... Oh, another crit, dude! Another one! What is this game? Stop it, Mousehold! Dude, Mousehold almost just broke Citrus Amoonguss. High jump kick. Oh, let's go. Bro! Oh my god. I don't even need Trick Room. I don't even need it, bro. Oh my god, dude, this team is nuts. He's like, I redirected and click priority and got like absolutely destroyed. Dumpstered. Show me that Pelipper. Garchomp. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. We could just follow me here. They're probably actually pivoting out the Amoonguss slot. They don't have anything to switch into, though. You could follow me. I don't actually mind. You know, I care more about Garchomp. We're going to go Pop Bomb into the Garchomp. I know it's going to KO my Mon. And we have to high jump kick again still. Bro. Ow. Protect is cheating. Oh, battle was canceled. Bro! Wins up. Wins up. The team's busted. It doesn't even need Trick Room, dude. Hard Trick Room team that doesn't even need Trick Room because it's just so freaking good. Oh my gosh, guys. Try out this rental code in your own games. This rental code is up on Patreon. This rental code, as well as all of my active rental codes, I think I said it at the beginning, but I can only have 5 rentals active at a time. So I have 5 rentals that are active right now, as well as probably 5 or 6 more that are in the Patreon tab of our Discord that have been given permission by the creators of these teams that I helped create. Like, for example, this Trick Room team was a collaboration between me and Swajwani's Foil. They wanted to use Clodsire, they wanted to play Hard Trick Room, so I built them a team in my own personal playstyle, which is why this team is so freaking cool and good, that featured Pokemon like Clodsire that they really liked. This team, as well as a bunch of other teams, are in the Patreon tab of my Discord. Go there and add all the rental codes that you can. Add them while you can. A couple of them are going to be replaced in this upcoming week. And don't forget to answer the question today, letting me know, where do you guys go to get your rental codes, and why don't you go to my Patreon to get your rental codes? Because I want to be that place that people go to get really cool rentals. I want to find ways to have a bunch of rentals active at once. And, you know, I just said we're going to be taking some rentals down. Maybe I'll be able to find a way or talk to some other people. Maybe I'll trade a bunch of mons over and get my friends and moderators to host more rentals using my own mons, and see if we can have just like 30 or 40 different rentals for both Series 1 and Series 2 out. So if you're at all curious about Patreon, think about checking that out. You know, I always like to plug my Patreon at the end of these videos, and yeah, that's about it. We're doing a bunch of team fixings. We have some Patreon tournament content coming up, and that's it, basically. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Other than that, peace out, and I'll see you guys next time.